just going to briefly go over how we are going to mix this grout up. Okay? Set that over here. I'm going to use some rubber gloves to mix that up with. Now if you don't have these types of rubber gloves, you can get the little cheap rubber gloves and you can mix it up with that. And there's a few other things here I wanted to show you. I'm going to use my sheetrock pan to mix the grout up. I'm just going to pour a little bit up in there. I'm going to use my 3-inch putty knife for that. I could also use my 1-inch putty knife. If you don't have a sheetrock pan, try this. It's like a little yogurt container, but this was for grapefruit. So you can put a little bit in there, put your water in there, mix it up like that, and do that. If you don't have something like this, you can raid the cupboard in your kitchen. Look what I found here. It's just a measuring cup. I can use that and mix that up. You're going to have to clean this out really well when you get done. You don't want to get in trouble if you use that. I also found a little plastic container like that in the kitchen cupboard. You can use that, mix it up however you want. Okay, so there's many ways you can do that. You don't have something like that? Yes, you could use a big, huge bucket like that too if you want. Then you got to clean that all out. Or if you have an empty sheetrock container bucket, you can use something like that. So there's lots of things you can use to mix this up, okay? Now, when you do mix it up, here I've got this nice piece of craft paper. I just cut it, put it down. I've got my little rubber knee pad mat to set on, and you can mix right here. Use a little water bottle like this, fill that up with water so you can pour it in there, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. Okay. And here I've got a couple sponges to clean up if we drop anything. We're going to also use these sponges to put it on. I'll show you some different ways to put it on. Usually they have a paddle to put it on, but we're just doing little patches. So we're going to actually put it on with these putty knives, believe it or not. And I'll show you all that. So there you go. If you think you've got these products available, which isn't very much, then you too can mix up grout. Think twice before you use something out of your kitchen cupboard. You might get in trouble for that. This was kind of like for a demonstration purpose. Hey, you should be able to find something in your house, preferably something in your garage. Like if you use this little container, this could be handy, but the grout could have a tendency to slightly stain the inside. Then you have to clean that up really good, and the stain might not come out of there. Okay? So you probably don't want to use that. Or this. This was out of the cupboard too. I'm going to put these back. I'm not going to use those. But if you can find something like that in your garage cabinet, storage cabinet, something like that, or just be inventive. Take a water bottle. You can take a water bottle like this and you can cut that off, you know, and just use the bottom portion and mix up with that. I've done that before. Or a milk carton, milk container. You can cut that off. If you got to empty one of those, orange juice container, whatever. So the idea is you don't need a big, huge bucket. I'm probably not even going to use this bucket, as a matter of fact. It's nice and clean. I don't really want to stain that. So I'm going to use something. I'm going to use probably this sheetrock pan because I don't care too much about that. I can clean that out really well. This little container I can throw away. Or if I got something, milk or water bottle, I'm not going to cut this, but I could cut that and I could just throw that away when I get done. This works actually really well. If you got something like this. So I'm just giving you some ideas for you to mix up your grout. We're just doing a patch. So that's why we don't have to get out a big wheelbarrow or big buckets and shovels and all that kind of stuff. We're just doing a little bit. So just think about that before you do your project.